Tyler Hale, one of our executive producers at CBS Sports Network. And he said to me, you know, we're thinking of this show. And he, you know, pitched it to me. What do you think? You know, a bunch of women in all areas of sports to talk sports and social issues, sports issues. And I said, yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't know why we haven't done this any earlier. I was waiting for that call. And I think all of us actually kicked around that idea at one point or another. At some point of our career, whether it was Leslie Visser and I, who was a role model for me, talking at the Final Four one day, or whether it was us sitting in a production meeting with our only woman director. We've all had this conversation, and it was just a matter of time. I felt that CBS felt that it was time to put it on. I'm going to let David talk about the timing of it, but what I can say is how they went about it and decided to get all these women, and I don't know if everyone here knows about it, but we have Dara Torres, we have Summer Sanders, Dana Jacobson, a Michigan grad, myself, Allie LaForce, Andrea Kramer, Lisa Leslie, Swin Cash, Layla Ali. I mean, it is, you take women from all parts of the sports world with all different viewpoints, and that's what makes it so unique. Because we're talking about an NFL game the night before, and yeah, I can bring my sideline view to it. Andrea Kramer can bring her investigative view. Amy Trask, former CEO of the Oakland Raiders, can bring her business sense to it. Swin Cash can talk as an athlete. Dara Torres can talk on Carson Palmer's torn ACL. I mean, everyone has a viewpoint, and it's very different than the average show. And I can say, I've never been more proud to be part of something when we all sit around and we talk and we say, hey girls, what do you think of this? And we go, oh my God, actually we are just all girls here. And I don't mean to say it that way to you men, but it's very rare that you get 11 women. And our first show was all 11 of us in the room at one time to talk sports and have a voice. And I think it's been a really fun process. I think it's getting better each week. And I think there's a lot more to come, but I'm going to let David talk on the specific sides of it.
It is easily one of, if not the most proud moments of my 20-plus year career, this show. It had been something talked about for a while internally, literally a few years, about a show with just the women we have at CBS Sports and across. So it had been around there, but never a time where it was specifically pitched for something. And then back, I don't know, I guess it was the springtime maybe? I can't even recall. Tyler Hale, who Tracy referred to, Tyler runs studio production for CBS Sports, so he runs all of our stuff based in the studio. NFL Today, studio stuff for NCAA tournament, all that stuff. He and Dan Weinberg, Dan runs all of our programming. So what's on when and the rights for stuff. They both brought a handful of folks that they work with and came and met with me, and the goal they told me was to run a whole bunch of ideas by me to see what we should launch for this coming fall. And they knew that we had a certain day of the week, that we had ability, and they had a certain budget in mind. They had everything laid out, but it was what show fills that spot. And they went through like 3 or 4 shows, and literally on the spot, we said, go, that's the show. It was just so obvious, and it's embarrassing for all of us that worked in sports for all this long that there hasn't been a show with women like this. It's ridiculous, it's pathetic. So I'm really glad we did it, and listen, this isn't the end game of just having women there. I mean, we want women to have more and more prominent roles across everything we do. And frankly, at CBS Sports, we're really proud that they do. And now to have another area where it's just women to talk about this is really exciting. Actually, just today we announced something with the show too, that the show has been on CBS Sports Network, Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. It's now, we announced today, during the holiday season, it's going to be on CBS on a weekend afternoon. And just, you know, I mentioned people at CBS, Tracy, atop the list. Tracy had a planned vacation with her family. She heard about this and quickly changed so that she could be part of the show because she understands its significance to be on big CBS with this show. It's a really, really proud moment, and it's going to get better and better and better as we go along. One of the most exciting things was the night before, the day before the first show. The show launched Tuesday, September 30th. And I was planning to be there, but I had to go to California. I was so upset I couldn't be there for the taping. And I emailed everybody on the show just to say, I'm sorry I can't be there. Good luck. I wish I could be there. And then from that email through that day, the show, and the next day, the amount of emails from all the women Tracy mentioned about this team and the feeling they have for each other and how excited they are to be doing this was amazing. You can elaborate. You're closer to all these women, but it made me and everyone else at CBS Sports feel really good that we're doing something that should have done a really long time ago, and I'm glad we finally moved on it.
I will just say one final word is when they told us, they said, what do you think of the show? We were all sitting around a boardroom, and I said, any woman that wasn't asked to be on the show in our field is going to be extremely jealous. And I can tell you how many people I've come across who are like, I love it, I want to be a part of it. And we will have more faces, I think, in the show as well, but I think that says something about the production of it and who they asked to be on the show and just what it's done so far.
A lot of these kinds of shows would just be about CBS people, but we made a point that this wasn't about CBS people. Yes, we have CBS people that are the primary contributors, but we wanted to open it up to people that are outside CBS, because this wasn't about CBS. This is about giving women a voice that they haven't had and giving fans a show that it was long, long overdue. So we don't want to limit it just to CBS personalities. And it's been a big hit so far.